Back at Staples Center in Los Angeles, game one of the Western Conference Final Series. Lakers at the half have a 7-point lead on the Suns. Marv Albert along with Doug Collins, Craig Sager. An excellent first half for the Lakers, led by Lamar Odom off the bench for 15 points. Kobe Bryant had 14, but Phil Jackson has to be very pleased with the way his team defended against the Suns' vaunted pick and roll.
Well, to do this, you have to have a guard who will pressure the ball, Derek Fisher, and you have to have big men who are going to show up big and wide, so Steve Nash has to go sideline to sideline rather than be able to go north-south. You see Fisher squaring him up. Look at how they're building a wall in the paint. They're going to kick the ball back out. Benga recovers. Fisher is helping out. Now they're going to rescreen it. Watch how Fisher fights over this pick. Does not lay into the screen. He fights over it. Benga shows, look, he gets his hand in the passing lane. And this is why the Suns struggled against the Laker defense, is because the big men, the pressure of Derek Fisher. As a result, only 3 of 10 from the three-point line. So much of their three-point shooting comes from that, Marv.
All right, a look at the game summary presented by Budweiser. Lakers shoot 61%, 25 of 41. Phoenix at 19 of 38. They shoot 50%. 4 threes by the Lakers, 3 for the Suns. And you see the differential points in the paint. How about that Laker bench in the first half?
And let's see if Jason Richardson can get started here in this second half. He hit 2 threes in the first 6 minutes of the game. Did not score after that. We know how important he is to this team. Let's see if they can get him going here to start this period.
Lakers have led by as many as 11. A rainbow offered up by Nash. Rebounded by Bryant. Bryant with a nice move to get the dribble by Nash. Bryant played by Hill with help from Stoudemire. Hill knocked it away but called for a reach-in foul. Let's check in with Craig Sager. Craig.
Well, Alvin Gentry very encouraged by that first half despite the 7-point deficit. He said the biggest concern, we have to cut off the driving lanes of Lamar Odom and Kobe Bryant. He said we will probably go to a zone at some point here in the second half. I asked what kind. He said, well, I'd like to get away with a 3-3, but I don't think I will, so you'll see a 2-3.
And here is Bryant at the 24-second buzzer.
Now, remember when Grant Hill talked about when you play Kobe Bryant, you cannot get discouraged? That's one of those moments where you can't get discouraged because he just hit an incredible shot against the shot clock.
Kobe 5 of 11, 16 points. Once again, Robin Lopez off the assist by Steve Nash. Lopez with 10 points. I don't think Alvin Gentry expected this much from Robin Lopez.
But you notice what they're doing? They're using Lopez in that pick and roll because Bynum can't move his feet as well. And so he's getting that roll, so they're taking advantage of Bynum's lack of his mobility, and they're getting him involved in those pick and rolls.
Foul committed by Stoudemire, his second.
Kobe Bryant here, just that fading shot, almost a degree of difficulty there would be off the charts, and that's why you've just got to play him and keep playing him. You know he's going to make some of those shots.
Lakers back to the starting lineup. Gasol with Bynum and Artest up front. Bryant and Fisher in the backcourt. Here's Gasol, played by Lopez.
Wow. How good was that footwork, Marv? I actually think he's better with his left hand around the rim than he is his right.
Powell is 5 of 7, 10 points. Lopez with the running hook set up from the corner.
See, practice? You don't need to practice. He's been out a month. Just let me play, Coach.
Thank you, Mr. Iverson. Here's Bryant with a beautiful move. Lakers up 68-59. Third quarter just underway. And miscommunication on that pass off the dribble thrown by Nash.
Well, what's happening right now is the Lakers are getting way too high percentage shots, Mark. You talked about it. They're shooting almost 64%. I mean, the Suns, I know they're a high-scoring team, but they've got to do a better job defending the paint. That's 34 points in the paint already for the Lakers. They're plus 14.
Fisher played on a switch, whips it out. They swing it. Bryant with a long 3. Yes!
Fresh legs. 6 days of rest did him wonders.
And there were questions, as you mentioned. Kobe Bryant really practicing this week. Beautiful move by Nash. Able to drive the lane. Kobe did practice on Saturday, but sat out to rest the knee. Has the finger problem. Earlier had an ankle injury earlier in the season. Gasol with room. Lakers by 10. Nash. Stoudemire. Wide open shot for Amari Stoudemire, who now has 17.
See, when Amari's in the game, though, that's a long two. When Channing Frye is in the game, that's a three-point shot. That's a big difference when you lose that three-point shooting, getting Lopez in the screen roll instead of Amari.
Artest ducking behind the screen and hits. It's a two-pointer. Had a foot on the line.
You know, his shot selection has been very good tonight, Marv. He's had a couple shots that he could have taken that he's made the extra pass.
Hill, he felt he was fouled and has a valid point.
There was contact, no question. I think Greg Willard is trying to say that Grant Hill forced that contact. I'm not sure.
Gasol played by Hill and top. Gasol was trying to call for a timeout. And a foul is called. It's on Hill. He's saying, no, I was going for the loose ball, and that should be a jump ball.
Well, adds insult to injury. Grant thought he got fouled on one end, and then they called the foul on the loose ball on the other. Watch Grant Hill. He pump fakes. I guess they said that Grant jumped back into Kobe. There was contact on that play, no question. And this ball goes down loose, and they said that Grant Hill hits him in the jaw there with that loose ball.
3 fouls on Hill. Bryant got the step, but not bank it. Nash runs it down. And that
technical foul on Kobe.
Yeah.
Technical foul number 24, Kobe Bryant.
I think he was upset on the play when he went to the rim. I think he felt that he was fouled, and in the transition running back there, he said something to Scott Foster and got teed up. Right here as he's going to run by, you hear him, you see him yelling at Scott Foster. Now they will not call that technical if they feel like the offense has the advantage. They'll play it out, and if you can get a fast break, they'll call the technical afterwards. So they will not stop play if the offense has the advantage.
Nash able to convert the free throw. Alvin Gentry with his starting 5 on the floor. Nash and Richardson at the guards with Stoudemire, Hill, and Lopez up front. Richardson off the cut, yes.
Good play that time. You got to get him back involved in the game. We talked about that 20-point barrier. He was that third scorer for them, actually their leading scorer in the first 2 series, so they need him to put up points.
During the regular season, did not score against the Lakers the way he has in the postseason. First 2 rounds, Kobe Bryant now has 23 points. Stoudemire, yes.
He's shooting the jump shot. Alvin Gentry told us before the game he's going to have to make that jump shot, and he's shooting it well tonight. He's 7 of 9, 19 points. He's gotten to the foul line 8 times, so a very efficient game here so far for Stoudemire.
And remember that prior to the trade deadline, it appeared Amari would be dealt. The trade was not made, and he has played some of the best basketball of his career since then. Fisher keeps it alive, running through by Lopez, who commits the foul.
All the little things that Derek Fisher brings. I know I'm a big Derek Fisher fan. I have to admit it, Marv. Just the leadership, the toughness, all these little 50-50 balls that he brings. I mean, you get into 3-4 possession games, you get these kind of plays, they add up at the end of the game. 14
fouls committed by the Suns. Lakers do not have any, and there's number 5. Puts them over the limit, and a technical has been called. The foul committed by Hill, his 4th, and apparently Grant had something to say to the official. Jason Phillips, he's teed up, and Bryant will shoot the technical.
A little frustration coming out in Grant Hill guarding Kobe Bryant. When you guard Kobe, it's going to be a physical and mental challenge. He's going to be coming at you, Marv, the entire game. There's going to be contact. He's going to make tough shots. And let's see what happens here as Kobe comes up. They call Grant with the foul, and then the little hand there that he waves away with Jason Phillips. So the technical free throw. So Grant's going to have to take a seat.
He has been The Suns' defensive star in the playoffs, going against Andre Miller of Portland, Manu Ginobili of San Antonio, although Ginobili playing through that broken nose. Grant playing in the month of May for the first time in his NBA career.
What a great story. It was sort of interesting. His wife, Tamia, they were talking about when the free agency was coming about, you know, Grant, where do you want to play? And she says, Grant, you go to New York, you can enjoy the city. You go to Boston, you can win. You go to Phoenix, you can have fun going to work every day. And he said, you know what? I got all three this year.
Yes, he did. It has been a superb season for Grant Hill at the age of 37. Richardson with the step.
It's that beautiful curl move that they run, and that Jason Richardson comes so hard off that screen. The last time we saw him make the jumper, that time he got all the way to the rim.
Bynum getting inside. Kobe Bryant has scored 12 of the last 16 points for the Lakers. Suns down by 8. Stoudemire. That was deflected by Gasol, who was ahead of the field. Powell puts it down.
Now, no one rotated back. Gasol, you said it, he blocked the shot and then just kept going. Someone's got to rotate back and cover him.
Pass picked off by Gasol.
That's a size that bothers Steve Nash in the passing lane. The Laker length, their long arms, getting those deflections.
Bryant for 3. Nash downtown. Rebounded by Bryant. Nash just 3 of 8 from the field. 9 points. He does have 11 assists. Adams pass off the foot of Gasol. So the ball back to Phoenix. 5:21 to go in this third quarter. The Lakers up by 10. Kobe Bryant taking over in the third for LA. Overall, 8 of 16 from the field. 26 points for Bryant.
The 2010 Western Conference Finals on TNT. Brought to you by Land Rover. Why get a car when you can own a Land Rover? And by the United States Marine Corps. The few, the proud, the Marines.
Welcome back to LA, where the Lakers have a 10-point lead midway through the third. The Phoenix Suns care about the community. This season, Amari Stoudemire hosted an NBA Fit basketball clinic for local youngsters, where he emphasized the importance of staying active. The kids also sharpened their on-the-court skills and talked about the value of teamwork. The NBA, where caring happens.
And on the subject of Amari Stoudemire, last season set back by several eye injuries, played only 53 games. This after coming back from surgically repaired knees. Made the All-Star team for a 5th time this year. Finished up very strong. Overall average 23 points. 9 rebounds.
You know, I didn't think early in the season he was sharp. I think he was getting adjusted to that eye surgery, the goggles. He was a little bit overweight. He was not able to run and work out, and it really took him about a half season until I thought he got in sync offensively.
And he stripped right there. Bryant took it away. Bryant now played by Jared Dudley, who just checked back in. The step back by Bryant. He is on fire. 14 of his 28 here in the third quarter.
Shot 9 free throws. I talked about tomorrow. When he shoots double-digit free throws, chances are he's going to get to the mid-30s to 40 points, because you know the rest of his game is going to be there.
Nash making the turn. Nice move by Steve Nash.
What Derek Fisher does, he rides over the top of those screens and he tries to keep his body attached to Steve Nash. Steve Nash thought he got pushed from behind on that play, talking to Greg Willard.
Off for Gasol, met by Fry. Oh, the fadeaway by Pau Gasol.
How many big guys can catch the ball like that, going away from the basket, gather yourself, get bumped, fade away, and knock down that jump shot?
Yeah, he was upset that there was no foul called. Gasol is now 7 of 10 from the field, a solid 14-point outing. A reach-in foul, and is on Fisher. That is his third.
And remember I said Steve Nash complained the previous play about that. When Fisher comes over that screen, he sort of grabs that guy rolling to disrupt his timing. It's a big part of that Suns offense is that quick roll to the basket.
It's only the first team foul committed by the Lakers. Fry for three. And he's been off. 1 of 7 from the field.
But Kobe's got that bounce in his step right now. He's going right at Jared Dudley on this possession.
Series of fakes and then has to give it up. Beautiful pass to Gasol. Yes, and it counts.
How beautiful was that? Gasol read that play beautifully. Kobe gave the ball up. And watch what happens. Gasol is going to flash to the open area and go right back door. Watch Kobe moving without the basketball. That is just terrific teamwork. Kobe Bryant, 30 points now. And you see this, Marv, I always go on that 1 point per shot. 1.7. He was 1.5 against Utah. You will not beat the Lakers when he puts up those kind of numbers. That is offensive efficiency at its finest.
Channing Frye called for the foul. Bryant with 17 of the Lakers' 25 points here in the third quarter. And they pulled away. It's a 15-point advantage. Nash lost his balance, lost the ball. Odom with the skip pass. Here's a brilliant third quarter by Kobe Bryant and the Lakers. The Suns will talk it over.
Phil Jackson always talks to his team about the third quarter, coming out and making that push. The Suns, it's the second quarter. Tonight, it's the Lakers, the third. They've pushed this lead to 17.
To look at those on hand here in LA. The Sly in the house, Sylvester Stallone, Dustin Hoffman, who is a regular here. Jack rarely misses a Laker game. And the cast of Southland. Michael Cudlitz, Regina King, stars of the TNT hit series Southland, in attendance here this evening. And Kentucky All-American John Wall, who will have much interest in the NBA lottery that takes place tomorrow night. John could be #1 draft pick. Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the third. Stoudemire not able to hit, rebounded by Odom. The Lakers have opened up a 17-point lead. Artest passed on the shot.
Now those are threes he would have taken earlier in the year. He's showing a lot of discipline with his shot selection.
Well, you recall Douglas Gasol was able to knock it down, that Phil Jackson was upset about the shot selection of Ron Artest, particularly when he was firing away from three-point range, which led to the Twitter is what he said, incident.
I guess when you're shooting about 17% from three, the coach should say something to you, right, Marv?
Steve Nash able to hit the jumper. Well, Phil Jackson quoted in the papers concerning his feeling that Ron's shot selection could be better. And as a side note, Artest was late for a practice and then fined by Phil. Here's Artest shooting for three. It's kept alive. Bryant stripped. And that led to Artest complaining via Twitter about the head coach not talking directly to him. Dudley not able to hit from three-point range. And back comes Fisher. Phil said he did make the point, though, regarding shot selection to Artest at practice. And whether players agree with it or not over the years, that has been Phil's style. He will tweak a player through the media, which does get the attention of the player.
Ooh.
Incidentally, Artest apologized to Jackson, and then Phil said he was sympathetic to Ron's feelings.
Jason Richardson's doing, again, nice job off that screen, but they've chased him off that three-point line, Marv. They had two threes early. His last 3 field goals have all been two-pointers, so I think they feel good about that, making him get inside that line.
Bryant off the fake. Richardson for three.
Now that's what they worry about, because he can heat up in a hurry, and that 18-19-point lead could get into single digits quickly.
Jason Richardson has hit all 4 of his shot attempts here in the third. 15 points in all. Artest, that was contested by Dudley. Odom kept it alive.
Boy, Kobe wants that ball in the post. He's got his hand out, but I want it in the post.
Not a good sequence here by the Lakers.
That's good defensive possession that time by the Suns. Got a chance to close this quarter nicely.
And apparently stepped out of bounds.
Well, he's just been out of rhythm all night, Marv. I talked about it. He was 4 of 18 against the Lakers in the regular season. Quick shots and balls tonight. Never gotten any kind of rhythm. He's 1 of 7 from the floor, 1 of 6 from 3. That would have been a big possession. You get a score there, maybe get it to 9. Now, the question's going to be is how long now will Steve Nash rest? We talk about Alvin liking that bench, but when you're down 12 or 14, how long can you keep Steve Nash resting over there? He likes to keep him normally to the 6-minute mark. I don't know if he can do that tonight.
Goran Dragic coming on. Just 11 seconds to play here in the third. Getting back to Channing Frye. During the season, he hit 44% from three-point range. Bryant is fouled. With 3.6 remaining in the third, Kobe heads to the line. The foul committed by Dudley. That's his third. Kobe is 9 of 10 at the line. He has 33 points in all. As you look at most playoff games with 30 or more points, Michael Jordan leads the way. Kobe now with 71, making headway on Jerry West and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
So when you're the all-time leading scorer for the Lakers, or you have Laker records, you've done some things, Marv. The guys who've played in this organization, I mean, you look up at those retired uniforms. I mean, look at Jerry West, Chamberlain, Baylor, Abdul-Jabbar, Magic Johnson, James Worthy, Gail Goodrich. That is some stars upon stars right there.
Lakers do have a foul to give. Richardson fouled right there by Farmar with 1.2 to go. And now the Suns will put it in play in their front court.
Remember now, to end the half, Sasha Vujacic fouled Grant Hill shooting a 3, so the Lakers do not want to pull that gaff again here at the end of this period.
Dudley will throw in. Guarded by Vujacic. Richardson on a catch. Good effort there by Richardson, who ripped out. That's the end of 3 here at Staples in LA. The Lakers have a 93-79 lead. You're watching Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals on TNT. Back in Los Angeles, aerial coverage provided by Goodyear. New Fuel Max tires help you get there on less gas. Calculate your savings at GoodyearTires.com. Moments ago, Craig Sager talked with Laker head coach Phil Jackson.
Well, Coach, you haven't played in a week, and Kobe Bryant hasn't practiced the entire time, yet he seems to have a lot of bounce.
Shooting. And his shooting's pretty good.
Yes, it is. They've cut the lead now down to 14. What's the biggest concern defensively against them?
Well, we got foul trouble in the second period, and they shot a lot of foul shots. We have to eliminate that when we come out in the fourth.
Okay, thanks a lot. But these diamonds are very few compared to the ones on your ring.
All right.
Back to you, Mark.
Doug, you know when a couple of Quipsters get together, it is knee-slapping comedy.
You know, it's amazing. Every time Sags interviews Phil has to just sort of look at him and just sort of check it all over before he can get serious.
Fourth quarter is underway. It's a 14-point lead for the Lakers. Here, Barbosa got the step, able to beat Shannon Brown. Nice move by Barbosa. Lakers have led by as many as 19. How about 21 points in the quarter, in the third for Bryant, which is a high for a quarter for Kobe this season. Here's Brown. He gets the call. It counts. And the foul. So Shannon Brown going right back at Barbosa.
You know what's interesting to me is that Alvin Gentry is resting a lot of his starters. Phil Jackson normally will rest Kobe Bryant at this point in time. It looks like he's trying to go right now for the kill. He's got Kobe out there. He's got Gasol. He's got Odom to go along with Brown and Farmar in the backcourt. Looks to me like right now he's trying to make that push and put this game away before Nash and those guys can come back in and maybe make a difference.
Brown with a three-point play. Kobe Bryant, the high man, with 35. Barbosa played by Brown. Dragic, he got the step. Robinson with the putback.
That's the one thing he'll bring. He'll give you great offensive rebounding. He's very active on the defensive end. Basically, if he's going to score, it's going to be on those kind of opportunities.
Lewis Robinson out of UNLV in his 4th NBA season. Farmar kicks it back out. Bryant with a long three-pointer. Making 38 points for Bryant, who had 30 or more in each of the 4 games against the Utah Jazz.
You see how quickly Odom closed on Channing Frye that time. He does not want to give him a good look at the basket.
Frye
shot there, Mark, just totally out of rhythm right now.
Bryant kept alive by Odom. Took a poke to the face. Dragic reaching in, trying to slap the ball away, and then goes over to apologize.
I'm surprised that doesn't happen more often in basketball, Marv. As many times as guys are in a congested, guys are reaching for the ball.
Remember how often it happened to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar that he put the goggles on because of that. Odom able to shake it off.
I tell you, Odom has been good tonight. 15 points, about 13 rebounds. So really, it's hard to say he's a bench player. Reminds me a lot of Tony Parker in San Antonio. You say bench point, and really they're starters.
Odom right back, blocked again. 3 in a row, but that's a goal tag. First it was Amundsen, then Stoudemire, and then a goal tag.
Whatever Lamar Odom has gotten ready for tonight's game, I mean, his energy level is absolutely sky high. His activity level, 3 efforts on this one play. He finally gets the score.
Remember earlier in the season as Stoudemire is fouled on the play. Phil Jackson was upset that Lamar Odom was drinking too much coffee before games. He said that take the caffeine away from him before the game. I think he burns energy up before he even gets into the game. So he said, I'm barring coffee. No coffee for Lamar prior to games.
So now Phil is going to the nutrition
yes,
angle.
He is. A look at the upcoming national TV schedule. ESPN tomorrow, 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. It's the NBA Draft Lottery, followed by the Eastern Conference Finals Game 2 as the Magic look to bounce back after what took place yesterday, losing at home to the Celtics. And then right here on TNT Wednesday, we'll have Game 2 of the Western Conference Final between the Suns and the Lakers.
We talked about, the Suns and how are they going to win this game? Spreading the floor, shooting the 3. They are 4 of 16, shooting 25%. Their transition game, they only have 4 fast break points. And defending the paint, the Lakers are plus 14 in the paint. So everything that the Lakers wanted to do in this game, they've been able to do. And this guy right here has been spectacular. That is 40 for Kobe Bryant.
Ball knocked away from Richardson, who took a swipe at Farmar. He was upset. That could have easily been a technical foul on Richardson. The official did not see it. Farmar with his 3rd foul.
Mark, remember we talked about as this game started, the confidence level of the Phoenix Suns. Dragic is playing very confidently here tonight as he knocks in the jumper. But remember I said, could the Lakers come out tonight and could they get the Suns on their heels, maybe steal a little of that confidence? And right now, up 16, the Lakers feel pretty good about what they're doing. This is an important time for the Phoenix Suns to finish this game on a good note, to have something to carry into the second game.
A Laker team that went 57-25 in the regular season, best record in the Western Conference. At their best, they went 18-3. They were 28-6. Here is Gasol. Yes, and the foul. The basket counts, and Gasol will go to the line.
He is so good. He is so patient, so skilled. His footwork, it's like he's been learning from Kobe in the low poster, that rocking that lower back like Michael used to do to field the defender. Kobe walking over to him. Kobe know this guy changed his life, Marv. Before he came, the year before they came, the Suns beat the Lakers 4-1 in a best-of-7. That's when Kobe talked about being traded in the offseason. They had won 42 games in the regular season. Fisher comes back, Bynum develops, they get Gasol and the rest of it.
Barbosa turned back. Yeah, the following season, midway through, they made the... Whoa! Whoa!
Whoa! Was there a trampoline there or something?
I actually thought he was going over the backboard.
This is amazing. Look at this. He almost jumped over Jason Richardson's head. This is what people wanted to see in the dunk competition.
We'll be back to Staples in a moment. All right, Doug, time for the Double Down Cam presented by KFC Double Down.
Well, who other than Kobe Bryant, who's been double down all night. He's seen double team defenses. He's going backdoor. He's got his partner there, Pau Gasol, who reads defenses beautifully, flashes to the open area. Kobe goes to the rim, the three-point play. Kobe Bryant tonight has 40, Pau Gasol 19. How about Lamar Odom 17 with 15 rebounds. Marv, this is that devastating duo, what they did against Utah. They had 65 in that game. Tonight they have 59. Look at their numbers. That's a tough duo to try to contend with every single night.
Adam Brown, who had that sensational leap as he tried to dunk it just a moment ago, fouled on the play, is at the line for 2. Getting back to Kobe, we mentioned his 21 points in the third quarter, his all-time playoff high in a quarter, his high for the season in a quarter. Incidentally, Elgin Baylor holds the Laker playoff record, most points in a quarter. Our statistician Brian Taylor passing on this note. 22 points for Elgin in a quarter against the Detroit Pistons back in 1961. Here's Stoudemire.
So that means he's still one behind Goran Dragic, who had 23 in San Antonio.
Lamar for 3. The Lakers with their 7th three-pointer. 7 of 13, while the top three-point shooting team during the regular season, the Suns, as you mentioned, just 4 of 16 from beyond that three-point line.
Well, sometimes you say, take a look at the regular season, and then, you know, you can throw that out going into the playoffs. Well, you know, tonight you have not been able to do that because, once again, it's been the power of the Lakers in the paint, and they are winning the battle of the three-point line, something they did, Marv, in the regular season. They outscored the Suns by over 2 a game behind the three-point line, and that is the Suns' huge advantage in their first 2 playoff series, was points behind that three-point line and the differential.
This is the three-pointer. Shannon Brown. And the Lakers extend to a 113-87 lead. Shannon Brown had a huge game 4 last Monday night in Utah, including back-to-back three-pointers, 12 points in all against the Jazz as the Lakers wrapped up that series.
Well, you notice how the Suns are playing east to west. They're not getting any north-south penetration, and if they do, it's a pull-up too. They can't get all the way in the paint. The Lakers really zone up. Their big guys get back, and they shut down penetration. They show on those screens, and it's been a tough night for the Suns trying to get anything to work.
Gasol got the step on Stoudemire. A 12-2 run for the Lakers. They lead at 115-89.
That size is devastating.
Richardson for 3, way off, got glass.
Will we see Steve Nash anymore tonight?
There's foul ball. And these are easy baskets now for the Lakers. Getting back to the point we touched on earlier, a Phoenix team that people around the NBA say, well, yes, they have improved defensively. I mean, that's not going to be their forte, but in the playoffs against Portland and San Antonio, they allowed 10 games, just 95, 96 points a game, but they have been torn apart here tonight by the Lakers.
Well, it's all matchups, Marv. You got three guys that can post. You got Kobe Bryant that can score anywhere on the floor. And now all of a sudden you've got Odom and his bench coming in. I mean, Farmar and Shannon Brown have played well tonight. So, I mean, it's been a thorough dismantling of the Suns here tonight. But it's only one game. And that's why I said the Suns' psyche coming back in the game, too.
Richardson is fouled. Richardson took a shot to the bridge of the nose. Foul on Farmar. That is his fourth. A programming reminder. It's a new season and a new reason to get more leverage. The Leverage 2-hour season premiere event is Sunday, June 20th at 9, 8 Central, only on TNT. Jason Richardson, 9th season out of Michigan State, acquired from the Charlotte Bobcats last season of the deal for Boris Diaw and Raja Bell. Jared Dudley, a part of that trade. The general manager of the Phoenix Suns, Steve Kerr. This is a Phoenix team that won 54 games. One of the surprises of the season, bouncing back from last year, a non-playoff year for the first time since back in 2002, although they went 46 and 36. Alvin Gentry taking over from Terry Porter, who was hired following the departure of Mike D'Antoni. Steve Kerr wanted more of an emphasis on defense, which was the case. Here's Brown. There were questions concerning the Phoenix futures of Steve Nash, Grant Hill, Amari Stoudemire, but Kerr re-signed Nash. And Hill ended up not trading Amari Stoudemire, then made that trade with Charlotte. That has worked out well. Dragic kept it alive. The crowd wanted a traveling violation. But here in game one of the Western Conference Final, they are trailing now 117 to 93.
Well, Steve Kerr has done a great job. Mark, we saw for 2 years him take all kinds of heat and everything. And, I mean, he has retooled this team. Should be very, very proud. I mean, Ron Artest now starting to throw up some of those threes that I'd given him credit for staying away from early in the game. But well, Steve Kerr has done a brilliant job here. He's got some nice young pieces. And this team is maybe one of the best teams in the league in terms of chemistry as Barbosa knocks down the two. There's a group of guys that enjoys playing together. They bring out the best in each other. I use the word synergy, where the sum of the parts is greater than they are individually as a whole. And that's really what this Phoenix Suns team is all about.
Now look at Kobe Bryant, who has put up 40 points to lead the way for the Lakers.
The 2010 Western Conference Finals on TNT. Brought to you by the all-new Sonata from Hyundai. By DirecTV. To get the most out of your high-def TV, you got to hook it up to DirecTV. Call 1-800-DirecTV. By Autotrader.com. Now compare new and used cars side by side at Autotrader.com. And by Windows 7.
Guys, there's lessons to be learned now. We still got to play. We got to play out the game, and we got to play. I'm telling you guys, we haven't played very good. We got to play a lot better than this anyway. So, hey, but we can continue to play hard. We can continue to compete.
Well, as a coach, you're always trying to teach. And in a series, yes, Marv, this is one game, and the Lakers have dominated. You got to find something, though, that you can carry into game two. I mean, this whole series can change in one night. And that's what you got to do. Lopez is out there right now continuing to work on his conditioning so he can get stronger.
Farmar went to the fadeaway and rebounded by Dudley.
Jared Dudley has not been able to get it going tonight. Got in early foul trouble. Has only taken one shot tonight. Has not scored. Actually, Barbosa and Dragic have been the bright spots. Those two guys each have 11. They have 22 points off the bench. They've shot 10 of 14. So that is the bright spot for Alvin Gentry.
How about 18 rebounds for this guy, Lamar Odom? That is a playoff career high.
And he has 7 offensive rebounds. Put that in perspective. The Suns as a team have 8 total. And here is So Lamar Odom on cue is, see what's happened in this game too. Odom is much more effective because he's so much better in the pick and roll defense than Bynum is. So Phil goes to him and he changes the game with his rebounding, his energy, and tough shot there by Amundsen in the lane.
3-on-2 for the Lakers. Artest uncertain and then misses on a three, but it's kept alive by Gasol. Finding Artest.
Just pounding them on the boards. That's rebounds of plus, what is that, 15 now for the Lakers rebounding?
Dudley able to knock down a three. First three in quite some time for the Suns. Only their 5th of the night. 5 of 18 from three-point territory. A lot of big numbers being put up here by the Lakers. We've been talking about Kobe Bryant. He comes up with his 11th 40-point game in the playoffs. His playoff career high. He did have 50 against the Suns in May of 2006. Foul called on Dudley, putting Artest at the line.
See, if you're Dudley, you know, you make a three. You had not gotten anything going all night. You know, maybe all of a sudden you see that ball go in the basket, and you carry that into game 2. That's why I always said, you know, when you're in these kind of games, the last thing Phil Jackson wants to see is for all of a sudden Dudley to make a shot, or if Channing Frye comes in, starts seeing that ball go in the basket, that can carry over into the next game.
Able to come up with the missed free throw. Barbosa for 3. And Odom makes it 19-19.
One of the things I think we will see in game 2, I think we're going to see the Suns play zone.
Well, the Lakers at 58% from the field. They've been around 60 throughout the night. 3-second violation. They've hit 48 of 83 and 8 of 16 from downtown. Timeout with just under 3 left in the 4th. Presented by Coors Light.
Well, we said the Lakers wanted to pound the paint. They did, plus 18. 3-point shooting, we said that was the edge of the Phoenix Suns. The Lakers actually plus 9. Bench advantage, it was all Lamar Odom, 19 and 19. And Kobe Bryant, his 11th 40-point playoff game. The Lakers are now 10-1 in those games.
We're down to 2:44 remaining in the 4th quarter. And when you think about all the concern regarding Kobe Bryant coming into tonight's game 1 because of the knee problem, and he came out looking as if he had the rhythm right from the start. Lob misfires intended for Lopez. Dudley on the recovery, and he is fouled, hit by Powell. So Dudley will go to the line. Bryant had a solid first half and then poured in 21 points in the 3rd quarter. 13 of 23 overall, 11 of 12 at the line, 5 rebounds, 5 assists, and 40 points on the night for Bryant. Amazing is being here. Season tickets for 2010-2011 are on sale now. Go to nba.com/tickets to reserve your seats. The NBA where amazing happens.
You know, following Michael Jordan in his career, as I did, and getting a chance to coach him, the one thing I used to always marvel at with Michael in a playoff series, how often in game 1 he liked to send a message. Just to, you know, you can't guard me. There's no one on this team that's going to be able to slow me down. You sort of got a sense that Kobe tonight sort of had that feeling. I'm going to let you know that I'm here and there's nobody here that can guard me.
And several members of the Suns took a crack at it. Grant Hill picked up 4 fouls in the process. Dragic is fouled by Famar as Powell slaps it away. Luke Walton, who has had back problems throughout the season, checking in for the first time. But Kobe tonight facing Hill, Richardson, Dudley for the most part.
And Grant Hill got in foul trouble there right early in that 3rd quarter. Really never was able to get back in the game. And we did not see Steve Nash at all here in this 4th period. So Alvin Gentry feeling the game was out of reach. I'm not going to put Nash back in the game. And so Steve Nash should be rested again they've had a lot of time off, and he should be rested for game 2. But questions are going to be adjustments. You know, Marv, you cannot lose the three-point line and the paint and give up a 61 to Gasol and Bryant and give 19 and 19 to Odom and have any kind of chance at all. So Alvin's going to have to go back to the drawing board and find something that's going to work in game 2.
Crowd wants Benga to take the shot. Goes at Lopez. The final numbers on Nash. He goes 28 minutes, 5 of 10 from the field. They swing it. Dudley for 3. And it's back tap. Falmar gets it down. Here's Brown. Brown and Brown on the fast break. Nash, 5 of 10. 13 points and 13 assists.
Well, Farmar and Brown have combined now for 19 off the bench. So 40 bench points for the Los Angeles Lakers. They get a little chip on that shoulder coming in. All they heard about was how good the Suns bench was.
Dudley. This is another 3 and a foul. Robinson trying to squeeze his way through. Fouled by Walton.
It's always interesting to me, Marv, after this game is over, to start hearing what the guys have to say after the game and the psyche of the Suns. You know, how are they going to bounce back? I don't think the Suns have lost back-to-back games, you know, in about 2 months, 3 months. I mean, they've played so well. Are they going to be able to bounce back? Are they going to have that confidence in their step that they had coming into the game tonight?
And as we have talked about, when there have been blowouts, and this one was over early fourth quarter, people sometimes overreact, but
yes,
there are adjustments made, and one game does not necessarily lead to another in the postseason.
And I think one of the things that you think you're going to see the Suns play zone, a lot more zone, and try to defend the paint, and try to maybe make jump shots, and not really something. Benga now is going to work on the outside.
E.J. Benga out of the Democratic Republic of the Congo is a 7-footer. Dudley, once again not able to hit the 3. Lopez is taken down as he was able to box out Shannon Brown.
I spoke of back-to-back losses. The last time the Suns had back-to-back losses were January 25th and 26th. That's how consistent they have been. Well, they're going to be pushed in game 2.
Game 2 here on Wednesday. Then the scene shifts to the Valley of the Sun. Game Sunday. And then next Tuesday in Phoenix. And this entire Western Conference Final Series will be seen right here on TNT. The Suns also had won 6 straight playoff games, a franchise record. Opening round beat Portland in 6. Semifinals knocked off their longtime nemesis, the San Antonio Spurs, in a 4-game sweep. Walton going to back his way in. So Luke Walton gets onto the stat sheet. Final seconds. The Suns giving up 128 points. The Lakers 128. And the Suns 107. The Lakers take game 1 of this best of 7. Kobe Bryant with 40 points. 21 for Pau Gasol, 19 points, 19 rebounds for Lamar Odom. The high man for the Suns, Amari Stoudemire, with 23. Let's go to Craig with Kobe.
Well, Kobe, 128 points, 40 by you. At one point, Doug Collins said, I think Kobe's sending a message that there's nobody on this court that can guard you. What did you think going into the third quarter when you scored 21?
You know, I just want to come out and be aggressive, you know, make the defense have to make an adjustment.
You guys hadn't played in a week. They said you hadn't practiced. How much did that week off help the rehabilitation of your knee?
Helped tremendously. You know, I was able to get stronger as that time, you know, for the last week or so. And, you know, I feel a lot better.
It's only one game, but Lamar Odom, 19 points, 19 rebounds. If he continues to play like that, is there any way that the Suns or anybody can beat you guys?
Well, we become a much tougher matchup. He's such a great player, and he sacrificed a lot to come off the bench for our team. And when he can come off the bench and put up those kind of numbers, it makes it awfully tough.
All night long, you heard chants MVP. LeBron James was named the MVP this year for the second year in a row, but he and the Cavs have been eliminated. Is this your stage or platform to remind everybody that you're still the best player on the planet?
No, don't worry about that. I need to get one more cookie, though.
Well, I don't think the fans here would trade you for anybody, past or present. Great game tonight.
Thanks, man.
All right, let's go back to the bar.
All right, thank you, Craig, for Kobe. His 11th 40-point game in his playoff career. And the Lakers in a romp over the Phoenix Suns in Game 1 of this Western Conference Final. Thanks to our producer, Scott Cockero, Director Lonnie Dale, Associate Director Bert Bobby and Tom Height, production assistants Jeff Paris and Sam Pullis, and our statistician, Brian Taylor. Again, the final score, the Lakers 128, the Suns 107. So for Doug Collins, Craig Sager, and the rest of our crew, I'm Marv Albert saying good night. From Los Angeles, you've been watching the Western Conference Finals exclusively on TNT. And coming in 2011, it's March Ball Tournament on TNT, TBS, and True TV. Right here, we will take a quick break, and then it is Inside the NBA with E.J. Kenny, Charles, and Reggie from right here at Staples Center. Good night from Los Angeles.